Amazon's joining UPS and Alphabet-owned Wing as the two other organizations who previously won FAA approval for these delivery operations. So to either of you, what do you guys make of this news? I mean, when I hear it initially, I kind of think, here we go again. Google, Amazon, the big tech companies seem to be moving forward and winning. I'd like to see some small drone companies kind of be included and in these conversations. But what do you guys make of this?
So I know that Mike is a much more studious and just overall more articulate person than I am. But I do have one thought, which is that these big companies that are getting these 135s, and it's great. First of all, it's great that we're at least having drones be taken seriously somewhere where there is going to be large change and large deployments of drone technology. Whether the beneficiaries of that are the drone diehards that we see every day, or in our passings, in our networks, I don't know. But that's really what could be interesting, is now when these companies realize, hey, I need a software stack and I don't want to go build it ourselves, maybe we should reach out to drone company, venture capitalist funded drone company, and maybe we should acquire them, or maybe we should be investing in them. We could see investment come into the known players within the drone industry because of these things. Just because right now it's big company and internalized doesn't mean that they're not going to find that they need other assets, and those assets will be the ones that our friends have been building and driving forward for the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, I guess there's two sides to that, especially if you're looking at delivery and what these Part 135s are. You need a company of a certain scale to actually execute it at a reliability level that the FAA will tolerate, right? So it does seem a little bit like with Part 135, the FAA got its out for having to open the field too wide, where then the concerns are they wouldn't be actually able to enforce the following the rule. So I think the other thing is, though, Randall's point on it brings exposure to the entire industry. Just because Amazon, Google, or big players that you already know, UPS, seem like they're just able to claim huge swaths of land that a lot of smaller companies were able to, or were trying to gain ground on early. The questions become, why didn't they get funding? Why didn't they get interest from Google? Why didn't they get interest from other bigger players to kind of push themselves upwards anyway? And ultimately, this exposure just broadens the ecosystem. So if Amazon actually is able to successfully, scale up a delivery drone program, there's questions as to whether or not they just do these things for headlines, because the last time we didn't get anywhere, right? And they had a lull in even where their position in the market and in anybody's interest in what Amazon's drone program was doing in the drone kind of inner circles. There's going to be just like, having a Mercedes-Benz, you don't realize all of the little subcontractors that go into repairs, into, the computers, into all of the parts, that will help spring up those kind of businesses for the drone market if these things eventually do become successful with Wing, UPS, and Amazon.
Right. So maybe we're able to follow these companies and get to where we want to go faster.
You need money. We don't have enough money in the industry, and I think anytime a big player throws money, it helps us.
Yeah. And I mean, it would have been too soon if these things happened 2-3 years ago. And regulation mostly is the thing that's hindering these things to really move forward. But we see what Intel did with their drone program. They buy Ascending Technologies, they invest 50 million or so in Unique. They think that drones are going to do something at that point and grow to a level at that point that it just really wasn't feasible, knowing, us sitting in the drone industry every day, knowing what's possible. But now these companies that are going to be doing mass deployments and basically lobbying to the federal government to keep this technology alive, to invest in infrastructure, to support it. I mean, that's what we all need as an industry, is for these big players to come in and make it so that we can secure longevity for the industry, and we can develop technology that we know will be available and sellable in 3 years, 5 years from now. And it's been it's been a tough sledding over the past few years where we've seen consolidation. We've expected more consolidation, and that's because these type of big players aren't buying or needing drone technology or backing up the industry when it comes to lobbying and things like that.